Hi guys, this is Ray from Nintendo Talks, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I actually wanted to talk about Nintendo's recent announcement for Nintendo Labo and VR, and how they basically surprised us all with a Nintendo Labo version of VR. And basically in this video, I just kind of wanted to give my overall thoughts on this new announcement and how basically stuff like this is really why I love Nintendo. And we're going to have a discussion about that. So basically, Nintendo announced kind of a creative new way with VR. And what's really cool about this is a lot of people before Nintendo announced this were saying, oh, well, if Nintendo does do VR, then how are they going to do it since the Switch isn't as technically capable as the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One? And how are they going to pull off doing VR? And, people were wondering how they're going to do that. And what's really cool about this is Nintendo Labo and this VR actually kind of complement each other, because Nintendo Labo, in my opinion, pretty successful, kind of needed something to reinvent itself and really kind of needed something refreshing to kind of get people interested back in Nintendo Labo. And for VR to be possible on Nintendo Switch, there needed to be kind of a get around to kind of bypass the technical limitations of the Nintendo Switch. So I thought it was really a pleasant surprise how Nintendo announced a Nintendo Labo version of VR. And looking at the trailers, it looks pretty fun in my opinion, so that's really cool. But what I also wanted to talk about in this video is how stuff like this and really unique stuff like Nintendo Labo and Nintendo Labo VR and just amiibos and cool stuff like this is really why I love Nintendo. And I love Nintendo because they're just such a creative company and they're really different than the competition. And even dating back to consoles like their first one with the NES, you have cool stuff like the Power Glove and the Power Pad and the End Zapper and just stuff like that. And Nintendo has always really been really creative with their consoles and peripherals and just even their games. It's just like when PlayStation and Sony with the PlayStation 2 was having Grand Theft Auto on their system, and Nintendo on the Nintendo GameCube had Mario with a flood jetpack, so water jetpack. So it's just really cool how Nintendo always innovates its IPs and its franchises and its characters and their intellectual properties. And they even do cool peripherals and stuff with their systems and stuff. So, I don't know, I just really admire how creative Nintendo is. And I kind of really would not like the video game industry without them. I think without Nintendo in the video game industry, the industry would be a lot worse off, and we wouldn't have creative things like the Nintendo DS or the Wii or the 3DS or even the Nintendo Switch. And granted, when they do new innovative and creative stuff, it doesn't always work out, like with, the Nintendo Wii U or even the Virtual Boy. But I think Nintendo is really at its best when it's really creative and really strives for originality and stuff. And that's just really awesome to see Nintendo do a surprise like this with Nintendo Labo VR. So, yeah, and I just feel like in the video game industry, we really do need a lot of creativity nowadays. And, it'd be really nice if, a lot of developers were, as creative as Nintendo and stuff. Which some of them are, but I think Nintendo really is at the top as far as creativity and innovation and, cool and wacky stuff like that. And basically, yeah, I just really admire, what Nintendo did with Nintendo Labo VR. And I feel like, when with the industry having what it's having right now with loot boxes and microtransactions and just all this different stuff and, monetizing people and all these bad anti-consumer practices, it's really kind of a fresh breath of fresh air to just see some innovation in the industry and, have something fun and unique that, like, gets people excited and, like, brings back that, like, charm and, like, creativity to the industry. So, yeah, basically, that's just what my overall thoughts on Nintendo Labo VR, and basically reasons of why this stuff like this is why I love Nintendo. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.